We're not jerks, we don't curse. Salutations, Grime Nation! It is I, your most magnanimous host, and the most polarizing and professional man in YouTube entertainment today, the one and only Grime. And I am here, as I am every week, with another Grime's Great Raw Review. Highlights. Because if you think I'm gonna sit here and tell you about a Diva tag match that nobody cares about, that's just not gonna happen. So here we go, Grime Nation. We open the show, as we should always open the show, with your champion, my champion, the world's heavyweight champion, Sir Jonathan Cena III, Esquire. And he is here to talk to you about what's gonna happen at SummerSlam, which is in just a few weeks when he fights the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And Mr. Cena was talking about how awesome he is and how he's gonna prevail over Mr. Lesnar, and he failed to mention the most important part of this scenario, and that is the last time Mr. Cena fought Mr. Lesnar, Mr. Cena was the victor. And then comes Paul Heyman, and make no mistake, Grime Nation, I like Paul Heyman. I think most of the time he is being completely truthful with you and me and the universe and the Grime Nation, but this time he thinks that his client can defeat Jonathan Cena, and I just don't think that can happen. Mother flip-flops, why is Cesaro coming out? Cesaro is awesome, but he is no longer a Paul Heyman guy, and he infers that Mr. Cena cannot wrestle. And I ask you, would someone who cannot wrestle be a 15-time world champion? I think not. On a side note, making fun of Mr. Cena's fine and excellent sneakers, that is very unprofessional. Mr. Cesaro, I was a fan of yours. Do not make fun of the champion's sneakers. They're great. Alright, so we go backstage and we see Triple H is in the building and Stephanie McMahon Helmsley is in the building, and Stephanie is very upset due to the atrocities and poor police work last week that occurred on Monday Night Raw, and she wants Brie to drop all the charges. Otherwise, Stephanie will have to go back to jail, I guess. I'm not sure how it works. What I don't understand is why they have not gotten the law services of Mr. David Otunga, who has never lost a case. What are you doing, you guys? He's under your employment. You should use his legal services. He is a Harvard graduate. What are you doing? So while they're in the ring and they're saying that, please come out, Brie, please come out, and we know you're going to be here tonight, out comes that waist, cool dad, Chris Jericho, being all like, hey, I'm gonna drop some catchphrases that are like 15 years old. People remember those, right? I'm still relevant, right? And in between being disrespectful and unprofessional, he also decides to do the one good thing that he can do, which is shill the network. If you don't have the network, you need to get the network. They need the numbers. Please beg your parents, subscribe to WWE Network. It is fantastic. Yeah. And in a brilliantly executed plan, Seth Rollins attacks Chris Jericho for being a disrespectful, unprofessional towards Stephanie, and they're gonna have a match later tonight. Okay, so there was a 6-man tag match. That's not important. What's important was this burgeoning group who everyone is calling the New Nation, but they don't have a name yet. Obviously, they probably aren't gonna call them the New Nation. They'll call them something. I don't know. But they are scouting this match because I guess they are scouting the tag team champions, and that's fine, but what they should be scouting is more people for their group. May I suggest Titus O'Neil or Booker T or R-Truth, I don't know. But more importantly, they should be scouting their equivalent to Owen Hart, as I mentioned last week. And I think The Miz is a good candidate for that. I think Fandango could be a good candidate for that. But if you really want to get someone of the caliber who is great doing matches, who is great on the microphone, may I suggest to you the one-man band, baby! Anyway, enough of that. Moving on to the most important news of the night, the most important news of the month, the most important news of the year, maybe? The streak is dead. Once again, the streak is dead. The now what was the second greatest streak in sports entertainment after everyone had their heart broken at Mania and The Undertaker lost his streak. Now, the inspirational Bo Dallas, the streak is over. He made it to like 17 and Bo, 18 and Bo. I lost count. It didn't matter. He was undefeated in singles competition, but he was defeated last night by that hippity-hopper, singing, dancing fool, R-Truth. We are tired of your 10-year-old song about what is being up, R-Truth. It is go back to getting crunk, or go back to having something, or I don't know, just go away. We had a small segment in here with Spaceman Sandow, and I thought it must have been really difficult to wrestle in that outfit, and he lost to that wasty waist Adam Rose. What are you doing with this wasty waist Adam Rose? We are tired. The only thing that is endearing Adam Rose to this crowd is his song. Nothing else about him is interesting, but he has a song, so people want to sing and dance along like the sheep they are. Don't fall for it, Grime Nation. Don't fall for it, WWE Universe. It is not worth the effort. Yeah. So we were supposed to have a match between Kane and Roman Reigns. And I would have expected Kane to use his years of expertise and his long and storied career to defeat the inexperienced Roman Reigns, because Kane has been around for like 50 years. But that didn't happen, Grime Nation, because Randy Orton, being the professional that he is, concocted a plan. He is angry at Roman Reigns for continuing to cost him title shots that he has deserved. He never got his rematch. He is deserved and owed these rematches for the championship, and he never got his. And Roman Reigns is ruining his thing, so I'm assuming that Randy Orton and Roman Reigns are going to fight at SummerSlam. But the point of this is that the announced table, is being unprofessional. Announced table. When someone is jumping onto you, when there are two men jumping onto you, you break. That is called being a professional. Announced table. That is your only job. To not break on the first time is the utmost in unprofessionalism. Shame on you, announced table. Once again, Cody Rhodes and Goldust are backstage being creepy and talking about the Cosmic Key. And I feel like if the Cosmic Key is not the tag team titles, then maybe the Cosmic Key is whatever drugs they are currently on. What are you doing? So, the actual main event match here was Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins, and that match had no real finish because those wasty Wyatts came out and interrupted and whatever. But the real main event was Stephanie McMahon and his wife, Brie Bella, coming out for a confrontation to set up what is going to be their match at SummerSlam. There are a few things I should note here for this Monday Night Raw. This is a PG show. Using the B word, and I'm not even allowed to say it, using that profanity that starts with letter B like 3 times on your PG show makes it not be a PG show. I don't care that you are bleeping it out in the replays. That just makes you look stupid. I know, you know, the Grime Nation knows that you are on a 7-second delay, so the censors could have easily bleeped out any accidental profanity. I will forgive John Cena for being in a heated moment. He was upset. But I will not forgive Brie Bella, because that seems like the only way that she can actually get the crowd to cheer for her. Otherwise, nobody cares. You're just that guy's wife, and that guy is injured and not on the show, thankfully. And Stephanie, being the mental giant, the genius, the wife of the game, the Mrs. Cerebral Assassin, totally suckers in Brie Bella and then smacks her off the apron. Smacks her off the apron, and it was great, and she's gonna be awesome at SummerSlam, even though she hasn't been in the ring in 10 years, because you don't mess with the authority. Yeah! And on a final note, Grime Nation, I will say this. If this match does not result in a training montage like Vince and Shane did before Vince fought Stone Cold Steve Austin, I will be very, very upset. We need an awesome training montage. Get the tickets. Yeah. And that's gonna do it for this week's Grime's Great Raw Review highlights. I will see you here each and every week where I dissect and talk about and am professional in my reviews of Monday Night Raw, and it's great, and you love it, and the Grime Nation loves me, and I love the Grime Nation, and it's awesome, and buy the network, and watch Slam City, and it has been nailed. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tweet, tout, retweet, Reddit, Facebook, Foursquare, Instagram, Telegram, Sonogram, and Carrier Pigeon, the undisputed action figure champion of the known universe. It has been nailed.